Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another reading. Today's reading is all about the High Priestess, and the energy surrounding this card feels incredibly deep, intuitive, mysterious, and spiritually significant. The very first thing I'm picking up on is that many of you watching this may be much more spiritually sensitive than you realize. You may be someone who naturally feels the energy of people, places, and situations without needing anyone to explain what is happening. You might walk into a room and immediately sense whether the atmosphere feels positive, uncomfortable, heavy, or peaceful. You may also be extremely empathetic, meaning you can sometimes absorb the emotions of the people around you without even realizing that you're doing it. For some of you, you may already identify as a tarot reader, psychic, medium, healer, energy worker, astrologer, or someone who is deeply connected to spirituality. But I also feel that this message is reaching people who may not have a spiritual practice at all. You may simply have a very strong intuition. You know those moments when you suddenly think about someone and then they call you? Or when you have a strange feeling about something, even though you can't logically explain why. Maybe you've had dreams that later seemed to play out in your waking life. Maybe you've experienced synchronicities, repeating numbers, unexpected signs, or moments where you felt that something was trying to get your attention. The High Priestess tells me that your inner knowing is extremely important right now, and one of the biggest messages coming through is you already know more than you think you know. You may have been searching outside of yourself for answers. You may have been asking other people what you should do, looking for signs, waiting for someone to give you confirmation, or trying to logically understand a situation that your intuition has already figured out. Your mind may still be asking questions, but deep down, your spirit already knows the answer. For some of you, your connection with Spirit, God, the universe, or your own higher self may be becoming stronger. You could be receiving messages through dreams, sudden thoughts, intuitive feelings, songs, conversations, books, numbers, or seemingly random coincidences. We have the Queen of Cups here, and when I look at your current energy, I immediately feel that you've been going through a period of emotional heaviness, sensitivity, and inner uncertainty. You may not necessarily be going through something dramatic on the outside, but internally, there seems to be a lot happening that other people may not fully understand. You could be feeling a little lost, emotionally drained, unmotivated, or simply disconnected from the version of yourself that normally feels confident, energized, and excited about life. For some of you, I'm getting the feeling that you've been spending a lot of time in your own head. You may be overthinking situations, replaying conversations, wondering about the future, or questioning whether the things you desire are actually going to happen for you. There may be days when you feel extremely hopeful and inspired, followed by days where you suddenly lose motivation and start wondering, what am I even doing? Am I really moving forward? The Queen of Cups tells me that you are someone who feels things very deeply. Even when you don't say much, you can absorb the energy around you. You may pick up on other people's moods, emotions, and intentions very easily. Because of that, you may sometimes carry emotional weight that doesn't even belong to you. You could be taking on the worries of family members, friends, a romantic partner, co-workers, or people around you without realizing how much it is affecting your own energy. I also feel that your emotional world is asking for more attention right now. You may have been focusing so much on what you want to achieve that you've forgotten to check in with yourself and ask, how am I actually feeling? There is a difference between being productive and being emotionally fulfilled, and the cards are encouraging you to pay attention to that difference. For some of you, this energy can even show up physically. You may have been spending too much time indoors, staying up late, scrolling on your phone, not getting enough fresh air or sunlight, or simply not moving your body enough. You may have fallen out of a healthy routine without really noticing it. Spirit is encouraging you to reconnect with your physical body because your emotional and physical energy are closely connected. If you've been feeling stagnant, one of the simplest things you can do right now is change your environment. Go outside, take a walk, sit somewhere peaceful, get some sunlight, stretch, exercise, dance, clean your room, rearrange your space, drink more water, eat nourishing food, get your sleep schedule back into balance. These may seem like small things, but sometimes your energy begins to shift when you start taking care of the physical vessel that carries you through life. You also have the Ten of Wands here, and I feel like you may be carrying a lot right now. This feels very much like your current energy, where you're focused on everything that's weighing you down, so much so that you're not really able to see all the positive things that are coming your way. With the Ten of Wands showing up, Spirit is also highlighting some possible challenges around work. You may be dealing with tension or disagreements with coworkers, or there could be some kind of stressful situation happening in your workplace. For some of you, this could also connect to your living situation. Maybe there are issues at home or things around your environment that have been adding to your stress. And if you're currently in a relationship, this may be showing up as well. Not for everyone, of course, but there could be more arguments than usual, or you and your partner may simply not be seeing things from the same perspective. Overall, I'm really picking up on that Ten of Wands energy around you. It feels like you've been emotionally overwhelmed and carrying more than you should. I'm also getting physical discomfort, especially around your upper shoulders, like you've been holding on to a lot of tension there. That's something Spirit is specifically bringing to my attention. But there's a shift coming. I see some kind of opportunity making its way toward you. There's a strong energy of success here, almost like you're finally reaching a goal that you've been working toward. And whatever this opportunity is, it has the potential to bring you a significant amount of money in the near future. I'm actually seeing a few different possibilities coming through. One of them could involve social media or building something through an online platform. I'm receiving several different messages here, so remember, this is a collective reading. Not every message will apply to everyone. Just take the parts that genuinely resonate with your situation and leave the rest. I also see you becoming much more financially stable. There's an energy of saving a substantial amount of money, possibly with the intention of buying your own home and eventually getting a really nice car. The interesting thing is, right now, you may not be able to see any of this happening. That's where the moon energy comes in. You're in a phase where the future feels uncertain, and you may not have a clear picture of what's ahead. But just because you can't see it yet, doesn't mean it isn't already unfolding for you. The King of Swords. I'm also seeing that in the past you were involved in a very long-term relationship. This could have lasted a year, or even several years. With the Seven of Pentacles, I can see that you invested a lot of time, energy, and effort into this connection. This person is currently keeping an eye on you. I don't really see them reaching out or messaging you right now, but they definitely have some feelings about the fact that you chose not to look back. They're going to watch you become very successful, and honestly, it's going to bother them a lot. They may see you getting married. They could see you having a child with someone else, and that's really going to trigger them. Of course, this only applies if having children is something you want. If not, they're simply going to see you living a happy life with someone else, especially if you're already in a new relationship, and this person is going to be bitter about it. Very, very bitter. I'm also seeing that, in the near future, you may decide to upgrade your wardrobe or completely change your appearance. You could do something different with your hair, start going to the gym more often, or simply make some changes to your overall lifestyle. If you've been thinking about losing weight, I see you making progress with that. If your goal is to build muscle or become stronger, I see that happening for you as well. Whatever your goal is, you're going to be looking really, really good. And then, when this new opportunity comes into your life, or when you finally achieve this goal you've been working toward, it's going to bring you a significant amount of money. I'm talking about the kind of money that makes you stop and think, wait, maybe I actually have a little more money than I thought. That's all I have for you in today's reading.